I thought I'd do a little video on shifting heavy pieces of wood. One or two people have asked about that. So I've got, these are all 6x6 oak, and they're about 4.2 metres long, the one I'm going to shift now. So I'll try and talk as I'm working, but I've got to take one of these over to my horses over there. The first thing to note is the position of this last fulcrum, the last, it's not actually got any weight on it, but that last stick there, that distance, that metre at the end is really important, because that seesaws a metre on this side. So when I go to shift this end, I'm only shifting the weight of that much, which is half the thing. So, and I'll actually only be shifting half that, because it's held. It'll be held on that end, the other half of the weight. So this is a one-handed thing, just to lift this one across out of the way. Less counterbalance there, so this is a bit heavier, but that's now got that one out of the way. I now have to get this one out, which is the one I want, and because again the counterbalance, the counterweight at the end, I can lift it. Now what I'm going to do is put a roller in underneath it, so I'll just use a wedge, lift this in to be able to slip the roller in underneath like that. And again, that's carefully positioned, because it's all about not supporting the whole weight of the thing at any one time. When I lift that end now, this fulcrum, this roller, is, I don't know, 5 feet, 4.5, 5 feet from the end of this beam. So I'm only lifting that much weight when I do what I'm about to do, which is trivial. So it's that easy to move, but I now start running out of, other stuff gets in the way, so I've got to move things around a bit. And there we are. I'm guessing, but I think that's about 150 kilos of wood, and I've not had to lift its whole weight at all yet, and I hope I don't have to. In fact, I might just roll that a bit more so its end is past that line. Okay, now you can look at this counterbalance. This big overhang here means that it's a doddle to just swing that around like that. The key to moving big weights is to not support them at the end. To have your fulcrum, to have some sort of support quite a long way from the end. So when I lift this now across onto that one, that much is seesawing, so almost no weight on the end that I'm lifting. So it's child's play. Now it becomes a bit more complicated, because I've got to slide it along. So and that's almost, it's not quite in the middle, but it's getting towards the middle, which means that I can lift this 150 kilo lump of wood with one hand. And just push it along. My roller, by the way, is just a piece of waste plastic, bathroom waste. It's plenty strong enough for this, although it deforms a bit. Past the point where it wants to tilt the other way. And again, get your fulcrums away from the end of the wood. Like that. Hope you can still see me behind this pile. And that over here, look, I'm again only lifting a little over, that much is counterbalanced, and it's that seesawing effect which allows all this to happen. Lift this onto the roller, and that roller is not far off the centre point, so I can, this thing's a doddle to move. Just shove it along a little bit. I just have to get it past this post. And again, counterbalance at the far end, I can just do that. I've got a huge overhang here, so I can lift that end and position the horse where I want it. This is too much of an overhang to work on the piece of wood. I'm now going to cut my joints and what have you, so I'll give myself a little bit less. But again, 4 foot of overhang on either end means that there's 8 feet that you're not lifting because it's seesawing, it cancels itself out, and you're only lifting half the difference because one end's held or supported. So there I've moved 150 kilos-ish, plus or minus, goodness knows what it actually is, but theoretically around 150 kilos from there to there in 2 minutes without breaking sweat and without having to use 2 hands very often.